Today we're going to be creating a sunflower painting inspired by the work of Vincent van Gogh. Van Gogh painted a lot of sunflower paintings, including these three that I have in front of me. He painted 12 sunflower paintings, and remember, he painted them to decorate his yellow house because his friend Gauguin was coming to stay with him, which was a very, very nice thing to do. And when Vincent van Gogh painted, he used a lot of texture, which means that his paintings look bumpy, and he used a lot of bright colors. So we're going to do both of those things when we make our sunflower paintings today. To start off, we have a piece of watercolor paper, and on the back of the watercolor paper, please make sure that you write your name. Then flip it over and we'll start drawing our sunflowers with a pencil. And I like to start my sunflowers using or with the center of the flowers. And to make the center of a sunflower, you can just start with a circle. And your circle does not need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfectly round. And when you make your sunflowers do not need to look exactly like mine. You can put them in different places, or they can even be different sizes, but I'm just starting with 3. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my petals. You could make round petals, pointy petals, wavy petals, whatever kind of petals that you would like. I'm going to make my petals with a little bit of a point. And sunflowers have a lot of petals. Please make sure that when you make your sunflower petals that you do not make them too small, because we are going to be painting these, and if we try to paint something that's really teeny tiny, it is very hard to fill it in with our paint brushes. So not every single one of your petals should be exactly the same. You can see that they're all a little bit different, just like a real sunflower. Now I'm running into a problem here where I don't have enough space for my entire petal. So when I get to something like this, I start my petal and then I'm just going to stop it when I get to the edge of the page. And I could even pretend that I'm finishing my petal out here, and I can pick up right where I left off on the other side. So I go off the page and back on. Okay, then I'm going to go over to this one. Oops. If you make a mistake, please make sure that we always use our nice art erasers. We do not use the erasers on the back of our pencil because they don't work very well. Now, right here, my other sunflower petal is in the way. So I'm going to overlap my sunflowers and make this flower go behind this other flower. And I can do that by starting my petal, and then when it hits the other petal, I stop. And just like when we drew off the side of the page, I can pretend that I'm drawing behind the other flower and then pick up where I left off once I'm out from underneath it. So I shouldn't see the lines of one flower going through another. Okay, and there's my flowers. Then I like to jump down to the vase. Now you can design your vase any way you'd like to, but I like to start with a long skinny oval, kind of like a hot dog at the bottom. Now this is the whole of your vase. This is where you put the flowers in, where you pour water into it. And then I can do the sides of my vase. The side of your vase needs to start right on the edge of the oval, not inside of it. Look how it looks if I start it inside. That doesn't look right. Start your vase right on the edge I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shape. And there we go. Ooh, got a little frozen there. Okay. Next up is our stems. Sunflower stems are nice and thick, so make sure that you draw 2 lines. So start in the middle and go down, and you can't stop there. If I look closely at that, that flower is not going into the vase. So I need to extend it down all the way down to the bottom and add a second line. Now our stems are not see-through, so I shouldn't be able to see the vase through the stems. I'm just going to erase that little part right there. Okay, then I'll do my other flowers. 1, 2, erase. 1, 2, erase. Next I need to add the table. Our vase of flowers, I should say, is sitting on a table. So I start in the middle of the vase and just draw a nice straight line going out. Start in the middle of the vase, nice straight line going out. Okay, after that, if you're all finished, you can add some details. Like if you would like to add some lines or a design onto your vase, you can. Or if you would like to add leaves. Now when we add leaves, our leaves are not like this one on the other side. Okay, when you see leaves on a sunflower, they're asymmetrical. That means that they're not on both sides lined right up with each other, and they have more of a teardrop shape. So I can draw my leaf something like that and add a couple lines on it, and I wouldn't put one right across from it. Okay, maybe I can just put one leaf or put a couple in some different spots on the stems. But now I'm ready for the next step. The next thing we're going to do on our sunflowers is we are going to trace all of our lines with our oil pastel. So I have a tray here with all of the colors of our oil pastels, and we are trying our best to draw realistic sunflowers. So that means I'm not going to take purple and trace my petals with this, because sunflowers do not have purple petals. If we look at Van Gogh's painting, sunflowers have yellow petals. You could even use a little bit of a yellow orange for the petals, but they are indeed yellow. There are green stems and leaves, and the centers are brown and black. So those are the colors we're going to stick with. You can choose your colors for the wall and for the vase. So here we go. Starting with the centers, I'm going to trace my lines with a brown pastel. When you trace with pastel, make sure that you are pushing hard so that it doesn't look like crayon. I don't want it to look like that. I want to push a little bit harder so it's nice and bold, and it almost already kind of looks like paint. You can add a smaller black line in the middle, smaller black circle. Okay. Then I can trace my petals. Like I said, you can use yellows or even a yellow orange. So any of these colors would really be great for our sunflowers. I think I'm going to use this yellow orangish color. You can choose different ones too. Now I am going to see some of that pencil through my yellow, and that is okay. But I'm just carefully taking my time and tracing right on those nice lines that I drew. I have everything on there, I can add some texture. Vincent van Gogh had really bumpy painting marks, so when he had these are called brush strokes, the marks that you leave when you paint. So you could look at the table, it's really bumpy, so is the vase and the flowers in the centers. So we can add some of that effect. So I can use maybe some brown and add some bumps or streaks on the table. These would all be going in one direction, just like wood grain. Maybe I can use a couple different colors, but I'm not coloring anything in completely. Let's see, for my vase, maybe I can add some bumps in this area here. Okay, the stems I could use maybe a little darker of a green, add some lines. Okay, the center of my flowers, this big circle, would have little dots to show some texture and some seeds. Okay, and then there'd be some black dots in the very centers. I could even go in, if your petals are really big, you could add some marks in the petals, but I'm just going to leave mine nice and smooth. And now I am ready for the next step, which is to add paint. Okay. When we use our watercolor paints, we start off by dipping our brush into the paint, and when we take our brush out of the paint, we do not tap it. If we tap our brush, then paint goes flying all over our table. We also do not brush the side of the cup, so I'm not going to take my brush and flick it like this. Otherwise, all of the water goes splattering all over. I'll get paint all over my painting and ruin it. So we just take our brush out of the cup and just touch it on the inside of the cup like that. Then I can choose my first color. I like to start with the petals of my flowers, but you can start with anything you'd like to. It's usually a good idea to start with light colors. That way your water does not get really dark and dirty too fast. If you start with light colors, then your water cup will stay clean for longer and you won't have to change it as often. But everything on my painting is going to be filled in with the colors that I traced it with. So I'm not going to take purple and paint my petals with that now. I'm holding my paintbrush like a pencil, and if you have a shiny part on your paintbrush, that's where you should be holding it. But if you do not have a shiny spot on your paintbrush, you're holding it close to the hairs of the brush, just like how when we hold a pencil, we hold it close to the very tip or the lead part of our pencil. So that oil pastel tracing that we did gave us a nice line, so it makes it really easy to fill in these areas. It keeps the watercolor paint from running all over the place, and it's nice and bright. So we're moving pretty quick. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse off my brush, touch it to the inside of my cup, and then I'll get my brown and fill in that area. And now we can really see that the watercolor paints do not stick to that oil pastel. They kind of roll right off of it. So those nice bumps that I made are still there, even though I painted right over top of them. So I'm going to continue painting and paint my entire work of art. Ta-da! As you can see, I have painted my entire sunflower painting. Please make sure that when you do this, there are no white spaces anywhere in your picture. So I carefully painted in between all the petals. I got all the way to the edge of the page, all the way around. I cannot wait to see what you create.